Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, everyone's talking about Super Mario Brothers, the new film. Now, I haven't seen it because I don't see films anymore anyway. I haven't for 3 years. But I have to wait for it online. But I didn't have a computer when I was growing up. My dad didn't want us to have one, so I didn't play any computer games. So I never played Super Mario Brothers or Dungeons and Dragons or Sonic or Doom or anything like that. I saw other people watch them and play them, so I was aware of them, but I didn't play them myself. Certainly didn't get addicted. So now the new Mario Brothers film came out. There was a lot of criticism of the film because it didn't have any diverse casting, and it has come out. It's done really well. It made $204 million domestic, 170 international, and that's a total of 375 million worldwide just in its first couple of days opening weekend, which when you compare it to something like Ant-Man and the Wasp, which wasn't necessarily criticised for being woke, but was certainly seen as just part of the machinery of the superhero films and paint by numbers and so forth. That made 212 million domestic, 261 international, and a total of 474, but that's been out for 2 months, and it's probably not going to make it to 500 million. But then when you look at something which is more of a direct comparison, but Dungeons and Dragons, which is an adaptation of another computer game, which is the word of mouth is it's very woke, has made 61 million domestic, 61 million international, total of 123 million. That's it. So you can see the difference there between the film being marketed as woke and the film that's being marketed as conservative and adhering to, what the fans wanted. Because that was the conversation around Mario. Apparently, the studios originally, Hollywood studios originally wanted to make it really woke and have the female character be a girl boss and the male characters all be losers that she has to save and so forth. And apparently the rights holders come in and said, no, sorry, stick to the original story. That's what fans want. That's what we want. Make that film. They did. They promoted it that way, and it's made a lot of money. The girl boss is now a damsel in distress, and apparently all the story points sort of go along with what happens in the game. Now, again, I'm not familiar with the game, so I'm not sure if that's all true. But the box office is speaking for itself, and we've seen a bunch of times now films like Strange New World and Buzz Lightyear, films that have diverse cast, films that have particularly LGBTQI plus characters. They get marketed against savagely. They get trashed. They get there's a group of people who are very, very, very good at putting out campaigns against films and making things and scaring people off films, particularly parents. They're getting really stuck into Disney, and it's scary. They're having real success. They are really affecting the box office. If they come out against a film and say it's trash and it's woke and not to see it because it's gonna groom your children or something, parents will avoid it because they're scared, and it's just so much harder to actually do the research and find out the truth for yourself and think for yourself. So much easier to just follow the trends and be safe. So we see this happening, and it's kind of scary. And of course, the usual suspects, the doomcocks, the nerdrotics, the geeks and gamers, the fandom menace people. They're all just rallying around this film and saying how great it is, and it's sort of similar to what happened with Sonic, but that was a little bit different because Sonic was a superficial thing fans didn't like about the character, and they stopped the film, spent the money to actually change that with the effects, and fans did seem to respond by supporting that film and saying, okay, you listen to us, we're going to support you. And it's just like the downvoting and the review bombing. There are definite campaigns on both sides, but unfortunately, the conservatives, the right-wing people, they're better at it. They are better at getting the message out, and they're better at following. Whereas, unfortunately, the people on the left, they're more intelligent. They think for themselves. They also don't fall in line and don't sort of support each other, and they tend to alienate each other and disagree rather than just following. Whereas, the conservatives just follow, and they're very good at it. They've been trained very well. So you see films like Top Top Gun, Maverick. That was a film that was apparently good, but it had a really strong marketing campaign that was politically motivated, where people were told, see this film to send Hollywood a message, show the filmmakers this is what the film we want, the type of film we want, and people were told to go to see this film over and over again. And I saw people doing this, and people responded to that, and they went and saw the film over and over again, and it did great box office. Not because it was a particularly great film, but because it was sort of seen as an American film and as a safe bet and a way to show this sort of example. But I don't know. I just want to talk about it for a minute. I find it kind of disturbing that the right have such a good hold on this sort of campaign, and the left don't. The people who are on the right side of history are not doing well campaign wise and box office wise. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes over time.